Tonight, a bit more political developing news with Senator John Fetterman. We've learned in the hospital now, of course, the Democrat from Pennsylvania, after collapsing outside his house in PA. His spokesperson said the senator had what's called a ventricular fibrillation flare-up, which our medical team tells us is basically the sudden irregular heartbeat that affects how your heart can pump blood. The team says he got lightheaded, fell, hit his face on the ground because of this. Experts say this could be life-threatening, a real emergency that means you could go unconscious, collapse potentially. The senator's team says he's doing well now and he's getting some routine observation. Dr. Kavita Patel is joining us now. Of course, Senator Fetterman had that stroke back in 2022. I think people remember that. Help us understand, again, plain English here, what I think it's called a VFib, what that means, how serious it is, et cetera.
Yeah, briefly, Hallie, ventricular fibrillation is when the heart just beats erratically. And what saved Fetterman's life is actually a pacemaker that was implanted in the past because he's had atrial fibrillation, which is also a similar type of heart dysrhythmia that puts him at increased risk for a stroke, which he's suffered from, and also a lot of other unintended effects. And so in this case, his pacemaker, which has that defibrillator, we all know those paddles that we see on TV shows in the hospital. That's essentially what's inserted inside of him and saved his life as his heart went into that chaotic rhythm.
What does a recovery look like from something like this? Do you know? And I should note, too, you obviously are not treating the senator. You're not his doctor. But just speaking broadly here in an instance like this.
Luckily, we do have statistics on people who do have these automatic defibrillators inserted, and their recovery is actually very routine and mild. It's manageable. Obviously, we need to follow him closely, and that's exactly why he went in an ambulance to the hospital. But this is something that we put those defibrillators in for a reason. So recovery is incredibly optimistic. And, of course, the senator is going to be followed very closely by his cardiologist. And I just use this as a kind of a message to everybody that when you feel something like this or when you have sometimes a fainting spell or some of these symptoms, this is exactly why coming in, getting it checked out. And if you've had a history of these erratic rhythms, it's worth mentioning that to your doctor so that we know if you're at higher risk.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.